Greetings to everyone out there. If you are tuning in, give you a well-deserved round of applause. Oh yeah, today is a special lesson, family. Today is a special lesson. 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 What's up? I got on my PE hat, 52 block shirt. What's up? Top of the morning to all of you out there. How are you today? Peace, love, hotep, shalom, assalamu alaikum, shalom alaikum, and of course Islam and Irie and wherever you are, wherever there's a time to send greetings and whatever language, it's a good time to always send a greetings. All right, so big up to enough respect to Kanja Queen. I've been tuning in on Conjure Queen. She's been doing her thing on her YouTube channel. So make sure y'all go to her YouTube channel, Conjure Queen. Oh, yeah, she conjuring some stuff over there. Big up to Conjure Queen. Big up to everybody on Instagram tuning in. Thank y'all very much. Wherever you might be tuning in, all 196,940,000 square miles of the planet Earth. Welcome to another episode right here on the Numerovational universe, and coming from a numerovational perspective. As you can see, scrolling down is my Zelle, my PayPal, my PayPal, my Zelle, and my Venmo. If you want to spread love, come on, spread love. Spread love the New York way, the Brooklyn way, whatever way you can spread your love. Spread love, spread it. Spread love. Spread love, not hate. Let me say that again. Spread love, not hate. Y'all know I don't do that. We ain't into all of that over here. Y'all know I don't bring that kind of drama. I don't want the smoke. I douse the smoke out and get rid of the smoke. So if you come in with drama and bull crap, go somewhere else. I am straight up. I block you for the rest of your days, where you could have sat here and got some very important information to guide you, but you decided to be a troll. If you decide to be a trolls gotta go. All right. We don't have time for trolling. We ain't got no time for that. Because people, when I did the numerology to trolls, it was a mental health number. It was a mental health number. And although the 44 trolling, the word trolling, although it adds up to 44, which is a very positive and productive number, when used in a negative fashion, because the number 4 is a mental health number, it's alerting you that you have to protect your mental health. All right. You got to protect your mental health. So if you decide to come out of your shell and decide to troll people because you didn't like what somebody said and all that behind your keyboard, but you'll never say it in their face, just like what happened with Dante Wilder, where somebody was trolling him in a gym, and all of a sudden Dante flew up there and proceeded to whoop that backside. And it happens to a lot of boxers, but sometimes the boxers don't pay attention. Back in the day, they don't, think about the great boxer Jack Johnson, who was being trolled by all the people in the audience. But Jack Johnson, with his beautiful Aries self, he was born March the 31st, beautiful Aries self, with love in his heart, just proceeded to beat the white guy, to show him that the trolls did not matter. I'm going to do my job anyway. Jack Johnson. So big up to the late, great Jack Johnson, Aries spirit, born March 31st. Just that March 31st alone, that 31st, I know it got to him, but at one point in your life, when either there's a physical troll or there's a online troll, you got to say, you know what, I'm going to do what I came to do anyway. And that's what I respected about Jack Johnson in that ring, fighting sometimes 95 rounds or 115 rounds. Y'all got to think about the rounds these guys was fighting. And he was in the midst of and he still dealt with white women. That was Jack Johnson, man. One of the greatest. Still dealt with white women in their face and was whooping their backside in the ring. You got to do what you got to do, regardless of what. Big up to the 52 Block Foundation and Federation. Big up to Master Mo. Big up to Light Burley, all the great masters like Light Burley, Master Mo, Mr. 52 himself, all those people that's still training in whatever discipline, because what happened, you add on if you keep on training. Today's lesson, family. Today's lesson was inspired by the great, uncompromising Marine Corps. Give them a round of applause. Big up to the Marine Corps all the time. Marine Corps. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, this is who it was inspired by. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. I've been hearing this simplify. Simplify to all the Marines out there, all the military personnel. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. My father was a Marine. One of my sons was a Marine. I have a son that was in the Army. I never joined, but I trained martial arts with a lot of them back in the day in our dojos. They used to come through different military people. And, in the Nation of Islam, we get a lot of bills, but there was also the dojo when worlds collide that there was police, Marines, Navy SEALs, all of that trained alongside of us. No big eyes or little U's when it's in that dojo. We just doing what we're doing, and you gain some respect for each other on the streets as well as in the service. So enough respect to all those military people. And again, this topic that I'm speaking about, this lesson is adapt, improvise, overcome, the numerovational, spiritual, physical perspective of that. And I make sure I'm showing them respect. Inspired by the Marine Corps, U.S. Marine Corps. Let's put some respect. The United States Marine Corps. All right. And when they come in, they coming in to do what they do and get out. Then the Army comes and clean up. You know what I'm saying? So big up to all of you in all the divisions. Big up to all the special forces that I've met over my years. Big up to all the scientific special forces that I've met over the years in different circles. And big up to the spiritual militaries like the Nation of Islam, FOI, who also trains very hard and very straight to the Hebrew Israelites that also train, to the Moorish paradigm brothers and sisters that also train, to the Christian brothers that also train too, because I know some Christian dojos too. Oh, don't get it twisted. There are certain Christians out there, Muslims or Christians in Hebrew, that are training. And big up to the Jewish family that is training, Krav Maga and all that kind of different stuff, all the different disciplines out there. Enough respect to you. And this saying from the Marine Corps is for everybody. This is not just people in the military. This is not just people in churches or mosques and temples and all that. This is for everybody. Adapt, improvise, and overcome. This is today's lesson. Again, it was inspired by the great Marine Corps. All right. Before I go into that, let me just remind everybody, if you would like to sponsor King Simon Presents on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, because we're broadcasting on all these platforms, very reasonable rate per month. If you do it for 3 months straight, I give you a discount. If you're doing it for 3 months, if you're going to pay circulate funds for 3 months straight, I give you a discount. If you got reputable books, you got something that means something to the world, quality people, quality information, quality products, I will advertise. Service, I will advertise as long as we circulate what we're supposed to circulate to the channel. Remember, when you do circulate, please say these words. Currency is circulating back to me a trillion folds. Currency is circulating back to me a trillion fold. You want to say those type of mantras, because what I'm about to break down from my perspective, this is a mantra of the U.S. Marine Corps. This is a mantra: adapt, improvise, overcome. And they have spiritual dynamics and it has a physical dynamic. Also, I want to remind everybody, you got until December 25th. Book bundle, my book bundle is on sale right now for my books for $111. You can pay via PayPal, circulate via PayPal or Zelle, or even Venmo if that's what you have, but you got to text me your full name and mailing address after you make the payment. All right, at 347-496-1022. And one of my other paid sponsors want to big up wealth building, affirmation, and meditation. Please text I am wealth to this number right here on the bottom, 770-861-9906. That's 770-861-9906. Licensed financial coach, Alicia Kair-Il, and licensed investment advisor, Elijah Muhammad. Okay, so this is what you will learn. Make sure you take a snapshot if you want to be in that class. Absolutely free. It's an online class for free, but you have to, and I think they do it every week. So if you want to be a part of it every week, they can do it for you. All right. Every class is not the same, but the basis of it is the same. And also, one more thing, I do want to shout out my moderators in the building, my lovely moderators in the building that are sharing and also being a part of the journey. Of course, we want to big up Color Curiosity and her deal that she got coming up, that she got coming in, that she's doing right now. If you want to elevate your confidence and align yourself for 2025 and beyond, Color Curiosity is the place to be at. Text the word consultation and she will help you feng shui your life. Feng shui your life. That's what you need to do. And that's the number right there, 813-325-4205. And this Sunday, Dr. Phil Valentine will be on my other YouTube channel right there on the bottom. So please subscribe to my other YouTube channel at the Numerovation Nation. Please subscribe to that particular channel because Dr. Phil is going to go in. Dr. Phillip is going to go in. I'm telling you. He's going to go in and out. And I wanted to put it on a less popular channel in a more likely a private link because I know Dr. Valentine could go into other things and that will drive all of y'all cray. And again, back up to Millicent. Make sure y'all follow her. Her numbers are going up on IG. Her Instagram is Color Curiosity LLC. Color Curiosity LLC. And that's her Linktree right there. That's her number right there on the bottom. That's her email. She's putting in the post right now. Contact me today. That's right. She all about this work, yo. She ready to put in this work. So if you want to get this work done, she know better. She got to put in this work. I sent her a picture about putting in that work earlier today. She knows she's going to have to put in that work. That same picture that I sent her about putting in that work. It's an exercise, yo. You got to put in that work. She probably laughing at me. She got the picture. She knows. You know, it's like a school acronym. You know, so make sure you support. And of course, don't forget, my dear Dr. Shakira Moore has the Balancing Your Liver Chi. It's an online masterclass. It's already sold out, the online masterclass. But guess what? Because she's recording it, you'll be able to actually go and watch it again on her membership or through her IG membership, also subscription also. So Linktree / Holistica Healer. That's Linktree / Holistica Healer. All right, make sure you support that. And big up to Nicholas. I spoke to Monique today. Big up to Monique. Monique's birthday party is at Nicholas Brooklyn today, but her birthday is actually December the 9th, but she's having a birthday party today. But on the 14th and the 15th, they got these two great events at Nicholas Brooklyn in Brooklyn, New York on Fulton Street. Farmer Chris is going to be in there. And then they got the Spiritual Legacies with Kaba Kamene and Professor James Smalls. He's going to be there. And don't forget about my masterclass. My masterclass is going to be very interesting, family. Man, the masterclass is going to be very interesting. So make sure y'all come out. Guided interpretations. And it's not like what I do I purposely now don't just talk about people's numbers and your birthday and all that. I talk more about words and sayings and how to use these words and sayings to keep you inspired. That's what I talk about more now on my channel. The real intimate lessons on human existence are now through my masterclass, are in my 8-hour course, and introductory is also on my Udemy channel, my Udemy page at Holistic Numerovation. And again, Phil Valentine is going to be doing a workshop, webinar on January the 19th, 2025. January the 19th, 2025. So make sure you support Baba Phil Valentine.
Dr. Phil, and when he is up to it, we'll be doing a lecture and a private workshop in New York City. And we're going to be doing a private lecture will be produced in Atlanta with Brother Rich. And then I'll be doing a private workshop with Dr. Phil Valentine for only, I usually allow with Phil Valentine, I only allow 77 people for the private symposiums. So in New York, it's going to be 77 people, but there's going to be a major lecture that happens the day before, and then the next day will be the symposium of 77 people. And then in Georgia, whatever Brother Rich is going to do with Brother Phil Valentine, then we're going to do a private symposium, only 77 people we allowed for that. So that's going to be something else in 2025. We're turning it up. And if you're into reggae and world music, the biggest night of honors happening on Sunday, March the 30th, the IRAMA. I've been a part of this years ago when he first brought it to New York. I was a part of it. 42 years he's been doing this now. So you could imagine now. I wasn't a part of the first one 42 years ago, but I was there part of the 10th one when he did the 10th one. And he did that in New York. Coral Springs Center in Coral Springs, Florida. And we don't know who's going to be performing. Might be Shaggy, might be everybody, but it's going to be an award ceremony. And you can actually go to his website and vote or sponsor. You could also sponsor and also vote at irama.com. That's irama.com. I more than likely will be a part of it this year. I don't expect to win anything. I'll probably be a presenter or whatever. I'm definitely going to be a part of it. And big up to one of my elders, Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Go to his website. One of my vibes, energy people, the one, the only Paris. She does my tarot consultation when I need her to do it. Paris Williams, and I'll drop the numbers on her. We like kind of barter with each other. Herbalist, nutritionist, intuitive advisor. Make sure you hit up Paris at all her links: Instagram, YouTube, Saturn's daughter, and her website. I think she's on now. Big up to my son also. He got a nice power wash company. Big up to his power wash, pressure wash company, and car detailing, dumpster wash. Make sure you hit up the number at the bottom. The prices start at $33. Man, you can't beat that with a bat. And of course, my other son has his great studio going on in New York City. If you want to sing, perform, rap, whatever you want to do, audiobook, he can help you out. Call that number right there. And the number is right here. And his website is Green Studio NYC. And those who want to book a session with me before the new year, I have, I think, 20 or 19 slots left in December. Please text me your full name and date of birth and an email so I can send you the details. I do business, health, wherever you want to go with it. As long as you recognize that numerology is not psychic, it's more paying attention to the mathematical patterns, cycles, and sequences that followed you throughout the life since you came out your mama's womb until the day you transition. It will be following you. And that's what we deal with, the numbers, how to give you guidance while you are here in this realm. So please text me your full name and date of birth, 347-496-1022. And if you want to get any of my books, please go to Amazon or go to my Linktree. My links are, the direct links are there. For 2025, this book is coming out. For 2025, this book is coming out. And for 2026, this book is coming out. So let's get to the lesson, family. If you don't mind, let's get to the lesson. And again, if you want to sponsor my program, please email me or text me that you would like to sponsor King Simon Presents and whatever I do right here, and you'll be part of the commercial cluster also. So today's lesson, those that are new to me, those that are new to me, I use two systems, family. I use two systems. I use the Chaldean and the Pythagorean. The Chaldean and the Pythagorean. I use these two systems that you see up here. I just wanted to make sure y'all take a snapshot of it. So if you can't see the board, at least you know what systems to use. On the board, on top is the Pythagorean. On the bottom is the Chaldean. I do it just like that. Today, we're only going to focus on the expression of each word. I'm not going to focus on the vowels. I'm not going to talk about the consonants today. The expression of each word
and each number and what to break down and what it means. And I'll come out with different books if I have to, but I definitely want to get to the lesson, because the lesson is something that will be very helpful in the long run to all those that need to learn to adapt, improvise, and overcome. Make that a mantra when you're going through anything, when you want to accomplish anything. Put that as a mantra, like the U.S. Marine Corps has done. They've made it a mantra. And those who know who the Marines are, they know the Marines can be some tough individuals. They can be some tough individuals, because there is no, when it comes to war and fighting, there's no limits. So when it comes to adapting, improvising, and overcome, there should be no limits in what you want to accomplish, especially if you want to accomplish your goals and take your goals to the next level of your life. Adapt, improvise. Adapt, improvise, and overcome. People that want to ask me any questions, please go to my email. You can email me right now while you at it, because probably won't be answering too many questions unless you're going to call in. But the Ask the Numerovator at Gmail is right here on the screen, right on the bottom. Ask the Numerovator at Gmail. Okay, those who have questions on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, go to that email right now and send your questions. I'll answer it after I'm finished, of course. If you want to find out about sponsoring, you could also email me, askthenumerovator at Gmail. Okay, or you could text me directly, 347-496-1022. Okay, so again, those that are new, please understand, this is also a circulating driven program. You could always circulate through either what I suggest is my PayPal on the board, my Venmo, and my Zelle. Zelle is Tab Productions 318 at Gmail. Venmo is kingsimon1, and paypal.me/King Simon. But there's also a donation button right there pinned at the top. And if you go through that donation button, that is tax deductible. This is what you'll see on the top of the chat. That is tax deductible if you want to go through that. Okay, that's tax deductible. So wonderful, wonderful lesson that I have to offer for you first, but I want to go to the words itself. If you don't mind, I want to go to the words themselves. The important. Big up to Dr. B. He has an event in LA tomorrow. Make sure y'all support Dr. B in LA, if all my LA supporters. Okay, so the word adapt in the Pythagorean system adds up to a number 15, which is a 6, and a number 18, which is a 9. Now, when you look up the word adapt in the dictionary, right? When you look up the word adapt in the dictionary and its meaning, it means, and I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it instead of putting it up. It says, make something suitable for a new use or purpose, or modify. Number 2, become adjusted to new conditions. Number 3, alter a text to make it suitable for filming, broadcasting, or stage. But we're going to focus on become adjusted to new conditions. Adjusting, learning how to adjust, adapt. Very important factor about this, learning how to adapt. Adapt, adapt, adapt. Very important. Big up to Parrish. How you doing, Parrish? Hope everything is well. Hope you're doing good. So we know what the meaning of the word adapt. Interesting enough, the word adapt adds up to 15, which is a 6, which deals with the need to balance things. Also, from a mathematical perspective. However, that number 15 If you read my book, because I have multiple systems that I use in my book, so people might not understand the multiple systems unless you study, but I do have recommended reading in the back of the book all the time. So the number 15 is the symbol of magic and mystery. Because in order for you to adapt to any given situation, you got to be also willing to be aware that whatever you're trying to adapt to, you might not be used to it. That's why the meaning of adapt is become adjusted to new conditions. So if you're thrown in a wintry place, then you're going to have to adapt. You're going to have to adapt. When I used to live in Canada, coming out of New York, going to Canada, especially in the wintertime, the winter in Canada is not the same sometimes as the winter in New York. Or if you're living in Canada and you had to move to Florida, you're going to have to adjust, adapt. So the word adapt, because it's connected to the number 15, deals with the magic and mystery. And the root word of magic is magi. Those are the alchemists, the people that are urban, the people that are the wise one that was able to turn little of nothing into something. So with the magic that's already within you and the inner ability to adapt, that's when you overcome the mystery. That's what that 15 represents, magic and mystery. In the tarot, it is called the devil card. It is called the devil card. Again, what it says about the tarot: man and woman chained through the wrong use of the magician's magic wand. Again, the root word to the word magic or magician is the magi, those that are able to use alchemy and these different scientists to convert things. It's like turning water into wine, which is interesting about that scenario about being able to turn water into wine, because sometimes even in our life we've been able to turn certain situations to something that could have been devastating to something that could have been positive, that becomes positive for the party, positive for the event, positive for your own life. For learning how to adapt is very important, because the word adapt means become adjusted to new conditions, alter to make it suitable. Make suitable for a new use or purpose. Fashion designers are good at that. I've noticed that when I used to work with Moshood, the fashion designer, he was able to alter a shirt and turn that shirt into a skirt, a head wrap, a this. He was an alchemist. I've seen him turn a whole t-shirt into a whole dress with pockets. These become the pockets. Everything else just be stretched out or cut around here and then make it a whole nice little skirt and the shirt sleeve becoming a pocket. Just sew up there, put it inside, and I said Moshood is an alchemist. Just by learning how to sew or do anything like that, that's important to also be able to know. So my job is here to show you how to relate to the number. So adapt also adds up to that number 15 again. That one individually represents the creative aspect. One represents the creative aspect. 5 represents adaptability, versatility. So 1 and 5 coming together equals 6. That brings the balance on what you needed to adapt and be creative with in order for it to be something that's good for you. So learning how to adapt is a very important thing to do. Adapting, improvising, overcome. Adapt, improvise, overcome. That is a Marine saying, those that don't know. Now, the meaning in the Chaldean system, the word adapt adds up to the number 18, which is the symbol of the material side striving to destroy the spiritual side of nature. The spiritual side striving to destroy the spiritual side of nature. Okay? The number 18 in tarot is the number of the moon. It's called the moon. Depiction and can depict deception, or unforeseen perils. However, many concealed things are to be learned even by those who are already advanced on the path. The number 18 also reflects that the developing soul must hold tight to the spiritual powers that is the sustainer of all things. So because the 18, again, that creative aspect, that number 1, that number 8 deals with balance, but it also deals to recognize what are assets and liabilities. So when you're trying to adapt, in your adapting of certain situations, of certain outcomes that you want to make, you have to be creative again, and you have to recognize, what are you adapting to? Is it an asset or is it a liability to you, your well-being, and your health? So people got to think on that level. Are you adapting wherever you're going? Because again, it adds up to a 9. 9 is a humanitarian number, but 9 is also the number of completion and ending. So in whatever you're trying to adapt to, is it something that's going to fulfill you, because it's also the number of fulfilling? Is it something that's going to help complete something in your life? Is it going to take you to a higher level if you learn to adapt to it? Those are the decisions you have to make, because there's duality in everything, all of it. There's duality in all of it. Now, the word improvise, adds up to a number 54, which is a 9 again, but it's another different level of 9, where 18 is a different level because you're dealing with 1 and an 8. Improvise adds up to a 54, which 5 and 4 are 2 different meanings. But the word improvise means create and perform spontaneously or without preparation. Learning how to improvise is learning how to create and be able to perform spontaneously without preparation. Sometimes that's what martial artists have to do when they're in a tournament. That's what martial artists have to do, or fighters have to do when they're in the street fight. You got to learn how to create what you want to do, perform and how you want to do, and be spontaneous without preparation, because you don't know when you're going to be attacked. One thing that one of our grandmasters taught us back in the day, he said the worst attack is a surprise attack. And that's the late, great old sensei, Master Ronald Duncan, the father of American ninjutsu. He taught us that back in the day. That's the worst form of attack, surprise attack. Because it's a surprise. You don't know where it's coming, but then that's when you have to adapt. That's when you have to improvise, and then you have to overcome. And if you overcome, that's where life continues without it being taken away from you. So this is a very important thing that we all have to learn to do in our life, how to adapt and improvise. Just those 2 words is enough. But the word the word improvise add up to 54, which is the number of 2 communication numbers. And in compound numerology, hold on one second. In compound numerology, the number 54, as a matter of fact, they don't have that in this book. I wanted to show it. Okay. In compound numerology, from a perspective, and this is a good book to have. This one is called the Numerology Handbook. I've shown this many times before. She has a good perspective. I like her perspective. So she says about the number 54, she says, 54 balances the qualities of freedom and discipline. She's absolutely right. 5 is the number of freedom, adaptability, versatility. 4 is the number of discipline. She's absolutely right. So there must be an equal distribution between work and play, improvising, having a plan, and being free to explore. This makes you more of an idealist or a dreamer at times. So 54, because it's a communication, 5 and 4 are communication numbers according to the study of numbers. 5 is more a free-flowing energy. 4 is more of a disciplined and structured and organizational energy, which adds up to the number 9, which again takes you to the higher heights of what you want to accomplish if you're improvising. and you're learning to improvise. See, this mantra is good, especially for those who feel that they're not accomplishing nothing, and they feel held back, and they feel, sometimes y'all got to go take on the philosophies of the Marines or philosophies of the military people out there. I can't when a military person may come to me for a consultation, and they're telling me what they can't do, I always remind them of this philosophy, especially if you was a former Marine or you're a Navy SEAL. I always remind them of this philosophy, because you're supposed to take this philosophy anywhere in the world, because adapt, improvising, and overcome can be used anywhere in the world. Don't just think the Navy, the Marines use it. Special forces believe in this because most of them are trained by Marines. Navy SEALs believe in this. In business, they believe in this. The art of war, they believe in this. Adapt, improvise, and overcome. And because it adds up to a number 37 in the Pythagorean, in the Chaldean system, 3 and 7, 3 deals with the need to expand and grow. 7 still deals with research, looking within, digging deep. So in order for you to improvise, you got to be willing to expand mentally, and you got to be willing to look within. So you can overcome all of this. Adapt, improvise, and overcome, because improvisation means to create, perform, and spontaneously. To be able to do this spontaneous, it's like jazz, baby. Jazz is a spontaneous music. Without preparation, just go in there and jam. So whatever situation, and you got to teach your children that. They don't have to join the Marines to know this. But if you implement this in constant lessons with your children and your family, I wish I was able to do that more with my own children. But I'm still happy that some of my children have been through some type of military training before. So they especially one of my other son, my third son, he's been in the Marines. No matter if he was there for a long time or not. Adapt, improvise, overcome. And because 37 adds up to a number 10, 10 is the wheel of fortune energy, that whatever you put your mind to when you're improvising, you can make it happen, both positive and negative. Adapt, improvise, and overcome. Let's go to the word overcome. Overcome adds up to the number 42. The word overcome adds up to the number 42. Now, in compound numerology, again, the number 42 has the same meaning. The number 42 has the same meaning as the number 24, reverse. Now, the word overcome means succeed in dealing with a problem or difficulty. Simple meaning. Succeed or in dealing with a problem or difficulty. Remember, this realm, you can make a lot of money if you know how to help solve problems. Solve problems. If you become a problem solver, and I remember hearing that at a lecture with A.R. Bernard, Pastor A.R. Bernard, years ago in 2000, I think 2007 or something like that. He said, yo, if you know how to solve problems and become a solution-driven person, you will make a lot of money. Mathematically, scientifically, all of that. You'll make a lot of money. So it's important that all of us become overcomers, because the word overcome, again, means succeed in dealing with a problem or difficulty. And because it adds up to the number 42, which is a 24, which has the same meaning as 24 in compound numerology, 24 is the symbol of assistance from those in high-ranking positions. Those in high, both spiritually and physically. Why I say this is very important, because if you really want to overcome something, you have to go deep within to find out what it is that I need to overcome, and ask, get the assistance, whether it's spiritual or physical, get the assistance, because again, the number 42
has the same compound meaning as 24, and the number 24 is the symbol of assistance from those in high-ranking positions, both physical and spiritual, brothers and sisters. So this could be done for religious purposes. I don't care if you're Muslim, Christian, whatever you are. The only thing you have to be very careful of, because of the number 6, the 6 still reminds you of bringing balance, harmony, truth, justice, reciprocity. But 6 on its negative is being hard-headed, not wanting to comply, not wanting to listen because you're too hard-headed. You don't understand, or you choose not to understand because it doesn't go along with your thing. But you still have to adapt. You still have to improvise. You still have to overcome. And the word overcome in the Chaldean system adds up to a number 39, which is a 12. And 39, which is a 12, 39 in compound numerology has the same meaning. Let me look that up real quick. Has the same meaning as the number 30, but it adds up to a number 12 also. In my book, I talk about the number 30 dealing with mental outlook and superior mindset. So in order for you to overcome, you have to have a mental outlook and a superior mindset, since the compound number 39 has the same meaning as the number 30 in compound numerology. Take a time and think about that. So if, like I said in my book, if the number 30 is the symbol of mental outlook and superior mindset, and anytime the 9 or the 0 follows anything that can add higher potential to it, but more so the 0, but 9 has its reflective energy. So that 3 plus 9 equals 12, 1 plus 2 equals 3. It brings that number back to itself, that number 9. So does the 0. If I put 0 over here, 3 plus 0 equals 3. It brings back that number 3 again. It shows its reflection. And 12 is the number of what they call the hangman. You got to be very careful of becoming a victim of other people's intrigues or being a sacrificial lamb. You got to be very careful of that with that number 12, because 39 turns into a 12. So the negative of that 1 and a 2 and that 12 can come with this vibration. And then 3 can come with the reckless vibration, the scandalous vibration, the nervousness vibration. So adapt, improvise, and overcome is a very important part of everybody's life from childhood and even until now, because you have to, as a child, we had to learn to adapt, improvise, and overcome, even in the schools that we went through. So the lesson today is very important if people take it to heart and people use it for the benefit that it serves. It's very important if you use it and take it to heart and take it and use it for the benefit. And it will be very important to teach and educate your children on doing such a thing. All right, now we're 48 minutes in, family. Those that know my channel, people that are on Instagram, please come on over to my YouTube channel, King Simon Presents, or KSPTV. People on Instagram, we're 49 minutes in. I'm about to start the lesson. I'm about to bring the lesson up to the forefront, and we're about to take this dive into the lesson. The lesson is going to be a little extensive today because I really want people to get it. I really honestly want people to understand why the Marine Corps not only uses this in battle, but there's a spiritual component to it as well as a physical component. They use it for the physical, but some of them don't realize there's another side to it that can be carried throughout life till the day you transition from this planet. Again, this quote, adapt, improvise, and overcome, is a mantra for the Marines. It's their mantra. So big up to the Marine Corps all the time. And I want y'all to get ready because we're about to get it in with the lesson. So don't go nowhere. Don't touch that down. We're going to take this commercial break. And Instagram, come on over. In the next 10 minutes, they're going to cut y'all off. So come on over to YouTube at King Simon Presents right now. Come on over to YouTube right now. All right? I'll see y'all in a few seconds.
King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numerovator. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now. Big up to Professor Griff and his new band called the Soul Ohm Collective. Make sure y'all support Professor Griff and whatever he's doing. Oh, yeah, family. Oh, yeah. Make sure y'all support our brother, Professor Griff. Remember, today's lesson is Adapt, Improvise, Overcome the Numerovational, Spiritual, and Physical Perspective. YouTube, you better come on over. Instagram, you better come on over. Instagram, you better come on over. You better come on over, Instagram, because they're about to cut y'all off. Come on over. Instagram to YouTube right now at King Simon Presents or KSP TV and Media. All right. Yes. Y'all gonna learn today. Now, the lessons are very extensive. And those that are just coming in or just are familiarizing yourself with me, this is the system that I'm using. These are the 2 systems that I use, okay? These are the 2 systems that I use, the Chaldean and the Pythagorean system. I use these 2 systems because the Pythagorean is the more easier system. The Chaldean is more symbolic and a more difficult system to leave, but I kind of bring it from a very simple perspective so y'all don't get all confused. I don't delve into too much of the deepness of Chaldea, although I can, but I will do that in my masterclass because I'm going to be in my masterclass. The early bird tickets before January 1st is only $44 currency. And then it's going to be $55 on January the 1st. Guided Interpretations Masterclass. Go to my Linktree /King Simon the Numerovator. That's Linktree /King Simon the Numerovator. Linktree /King Simon the Numerovator. I will throw that up in the chat if you need to go directly to the link if that's what you want to do. You want to take the masterclass. My masterclasses are totally different. And it's a PowerPoint and also a board. I will bring out the whiteboard. I'll bring out the blackboard. I'll make sure it's heavily lit and everything. So y'all can get that information. If you want to go to my Linktree, I thought I had my Linktree up here, but it's all right. Let me put this link, and you can go to that link, and you can find my Linktree right there. Where is it at? I just had it. What happened here? Okay, that's the masterclass thing. Linktree /King Simon the Numerovator right there on the bottom. Let me throw this link up, my allmylinks.com link up, so y'all can go ahead and just go straight. Want to thank Praise 7 for the 2 donations. Thank you very much, Praise 7. Want to thank Praise 7 for the 2 donations. Thank you very much for sharing. Sharing is caring. Again, these are the 2 systems that I use. I use the Pythagorean and the Chaldean on the board. The Chaldean is on the bottom. Pythagorean is on the top. All right. When you want to rewind this and look at this again. Again, today's lesson is what we call adapt, improvise, and overcome. And it's important because this can help out not just you, but also your children if you teach them the importance. And what I used to love to do with my boys and my girls, if they came over to visit me, I had them look up words. Dictionary. We had the dictionary. My mother used to have those big ass dictionaries and big ass encyclopedias. So I had the dictionary. I miss those dictionaries because you go to look up, you really go and look. You don't just Google like I just did, Google up the words and all that. We had to look it up. And I still have dictionaries too in my archive, but it's very important. Okay, so the lesson for today. Lessons for today. And again, you don't have to be in the Marine Corps to use what they teach. If I showed you my Marine Corps, my Marine Corps card of honors that was given to me by my son, he gave me those. The Marine Corps of Honor, it gives you the basic tenets of a human being, of what human beings should be doing. So going to the lesson now. If you can see the lessons, please put the number 1 in the chat. If you can see the lessons clearly, put the number 1 in the chat. If you can see the lessons clearly, put the number 1 in the chat. Okay, because it's gonna be long. Look at it. It's gonna be long. We got a lot. We got a lot to go through. Got a lot to go through. Okay, got a lot to go through. All right. These are notes that I took last night to this morning. And again, big up to my moderators, Color Curiosity and Dr. Shakira Moore, Holistica Palace. Make sure, again, thank y'all very much for following them and whatever they're doing. Color Curiosity, follow her at through her Linktree also. And make sure you support Dr. Shakira Moore and what she's doing also through her Linktree, Holistica Healer. All right. And Color Curiosity's own is Linktree/Color Curiosity 222. That means through the Linktree, you can go to all of her links. PayPal link, IG link should be up there. Facebook link should be up there. All of that. Even her YouTube channel, when she starts doing that, should be up there too when she starts to do that. Because I want her to start doing YouTube. You know? Okay, let's get into the lesson, family. This is a very important part. YouTube, Instagram, they're about to cut you off, Instagram. Come on over. Come on over. Condolences, just lost someone. Condolences to the family. Pray 7, pray for them and pray for their soul and their energy to get through into the other realms. But again, thank you very much, Pray 7, for spreading love, okay? And let me pin my other link on top if you want to go to my my other link. It takes you to all my other links, even my emergency Cash App. You could also send money through there, through that link. Link all my links. That's allmylinks.com/King Simon Production. That'll take you to all my links also. That's what I realized. Yeah. Okay, so let's get into the lesson and close out. Instagram, come on over, Instagram. Instagram is about to shut off. Let me get Instagram out. Oops. Let me get Instagram out of here. They're about to shut off. Say bye to Instagram. They're gone. Let me turn that off. Instagram is gone. So Instagram, hopefully you make it over here. Hopefully y'all will make it over here. Big up to everybody that's coming in. Okay, look. King Simon's note. Adapt, improvise, overcome, a mindset of resilience and success. Note, adapt, improvise, overcome is a mantra popularized by the U.S. Marine Corps, emphasizing the importance of flexibility, creativity, perseverance in the face of adversity, which all the numbers really reveal. That's so funny. All the numbers really reveals this. If I would have went into the internals of the words, from the vowels and the consonants, you would find all of what I just said right now. The importance of flexibility, we already know. Creativity is already there. Perseverance, and in the face of adversity. All the numbers are already connected to all that just was said. This mindset can be applied to various aspects of life, from personal growth to professional development. So what we're trying to share with all of you out there, you don't have to be a United States Marine Corps, but you can take their principles and their mantra and make it work for you. The phrase adapt, improvise, overcome has deep spiritual and physical connotations, highlighting the interplay between resilience and transformation in both realms. Here's a perspective, spiritual perspective, adaptation as alignment. Spiritually, adaptation means aligning with the divine flow of life. It involves trusting the universe's plan and remaining open to change, recognizing that obstacles are opportunities for growth and evolution. Remember, the root word of adaptation is adapt, which adds up to the number 6, which is a healing number, and the number 9, which is a healing number, but it's also the number of higher humanitarian and service. But 15, which is interesting, the 15 deals with creative, being able to be creative and adapting at the same time. That's how you're going to align with this growth and this evolution of who you are and what you need to do. Again, family, please like, subscribe, and share this. Please like, subscribe, and share this. Let me scroll it on the bottom just in case y'all forget. I know the moderators are trying to keep it up. And the question for today, more than likely, I'm going to open up the phone lines real quick. When did you have to adapt, improvise, and overcome in your life? That's going to be the question for today. You see the phone numbers are already pasted on the top. All right. But let me scroll this on the bottom. Excuse me. Number 2, improvisation as intuition. Improvisation as intuition. Improvisation stems from connecting with your inner self and tapping into intuition. Woo, there's a connection, family. It's the ability to creatively respond to life's challenges by relying on spiritual guidance, often manifesting as synchronicities, dreams, or sudden insight. So you got to pay attention to all these little numerical synchronicities, dreams that might come out, because improvising and learning how to improvise might be the message that's been given to you through these various synchronicities. Number 3, overcoming as ascension. Overcoming isn't merely about conquering. The word overcome is still about balance for me from a numerical perspective. Overcoming isn't merely about conquering external circumstances, but transcending. That's the expansion part. That's where the number 3912, which is a 3, deals with expansion, transcending inner limits such as fear, doubt, and negative ego. Because we need the ego, that's up front. But let's put in that negative ego. Got to overcome the fear, doubt, and negative egos that hold you back. It's about achieving a higher state of consciousness and seeing challenges as stepping stones towards spiritual enlightenment. Does that make sense, family? Please, if that makes sense, put a number 1 in the chat if it makes sense. If it's making sense, put the number 1 in the chat. And remember to thumb up the video like my moderator is saying. Listen to the mods, baby. Listen to the mods. They're trying to express something great to you. Remember, my premise as a numerovator is to help you to be better. I don't care if you don't believe in numbers. I don't care if you don't believe in spirituality or mysticism. I personally, because I know it has helped me, want to share and help others. I was watching Michael Jai White with champion bodybuilder, forgot the brother's name, and on their podcast, F Y'all. It's called F Y'all. I was watching. It's so funny. That's what they do. They put their middle finger up and say they end the show with F Y'all. But that's what they call it. That's the name of the show, F Y'all. So, but it was about helping and being of service. Michael Jai White and I share similar energies. He's born November the 10th, 1967. So I'm a few months older than him. I'm born February the 1st, 1967. When you add all of that together, you still get the life path number 8. Him and I got similar frequency because that November can turn into a number 2. And that 10 could turn into a number 1. And that of course, that 1967 adds up to 23, which is a 5. And that all adds up to an 8 when you break it down. So him and I share in the same year. We both born in the same year. And we love to serve. We want to help. We want to be philanthropic, whether it's spiritually, physically, or knowledge-wise. You got to be philanthropic. You got to be willing to give. That's what the 8 is here to do on its positive. Or the 8 can be negative and be greedy. So people born on the 8th, the 17th, and the 26th got to be very careful of being greedy. My life path isn't 17 or 26, depending how you add it up, but it breaks down to the number 8. I resonate with the 17 more because the 26 can have a damaging effect if you don't know how to handle the healing aspect of the 2, 6, and the 8. That part, and I'm gonna have to teach that lesson one day, or I might just teach it in my master class. Let me read that again. Overcoming as ascension. Overcoming isn't merely about conquering external circumstances, but transcending inner limitations such as fear, doubt, and negative ego. But it's about achieving a higher state of consciousness and seeing challenges as stepping stones towards spiritual enlightenment. Let's go to the physical perspective. Adaptation and resilience. Physically, adaptation is about adjusting to every ever-changing environments. This could involve developing new skills, modifying routines, or altering perspective to ensure survival and success. So what are they saying? What is it saying here? What am I saying? What am I trying to relate to you? It's important if you want to be able to adapt to different situations and different parts of your life, you have to be willing to learn something new, even if it's every day, or modify your routine so you can spiral up and not spiral down. This is adaptation. Remember, adapt, the word adapt, the root of adaptation is the number 9. Adapt adds up to the number 9, which takes you to higher realms. It's the highest single digit number in numerology. And it reflects anything that it comes in contact with according to the science. So you got to be able to adapt, period. The 6 is the number of healing, reciprocity, forgiveness. 6 is also the number of education. So willing to adapt is also being able to educate yourself. Adapting points. I got some points that you could take pictures of, take a snapshot of. Adapting point. Number 1, embracing change. Recognize that change is inevitable and be willing to adjust to new circumstances. You know, when I was young, I never knew how to say that word, inevitable. Now I'm using it regularly. I taught myself education again through adapting. I love the word so much that I said, you know what? I'm going to learn how to say inevitability. I had to learn to say this thing when I was younger because I love the word. I heard somebody say it in a movie, and I said, oh, I'm going to learn that word. I had to learn it. And sure enough, I went to the dictionary, I studied it. I kept on repeating. That's before Google. We used to break them up in syllables, and I used to learn inevitable. I taught myself how to say inevitable. Number 2, flexibility. Develop a flexible mindset about able to pivot when necessary. Develop a flexible mindset, able to pivot. It's just like boxing. Boxing are always either on the offensive or the defensive, pivoting, moving, and striking at the same time. You got to learn how to pivot, bob and weave, be flexible. That's why those exercises, those side exercises that Mike Tyson used to do, he used to do those jumps and turn and spin and pop, pop, pop and hit. That was his ability to be flexible when a punch is coming. He'll duck under it and come up with something else. Pivot when necessary. So it's not just for combat, it is for life in general. Learning from failures. Treat failures as opportunities to learn and adapt. Like Les Brown used to say, every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. And Les used to say back in our classes, back in the day, he used to say, you're going to fail your way to the top. You're going to have to go through failure. That's life. Number 2, improvisation as resourcefulness. On the physical plane, improvisation is the ability to make the best out of available resources. It's about finding creative solutions and staying agile when plans fail or conditions change unexpectedly. Bruce Lee used to say, expect the unexpected. That's where improvisation, big up to the system that I learned under with Aton is called IADO. IADO means improvisation and adaptation. So we had to study this stuff in our disaster preparedness class, because when a disaster hit, you're going to have to adapt and improvise and overcome. If you're still alive, you got to overcome. You cannot say you're not going to overcome unless you're dead. So in life, between you coming out of your mother and your father to the time you go into the mother and father of the ground and time, and you're going to have to learn how to adapt, improvise, and overcome. Don't give up. Improvising points. You can take a snapshot of these points that I have up here. Improvising point, thinking on your feet. Develop the ability to think creatively and make decisions quickly. I've had to do that on shows. I've had to do that in martial arts. I've had to do that in business. I've had to do that on radio. I have to do that throughout all my life. I had to do that when we were playing games. Whatever we were doing, we had to think quickly, make decisions. Can't be indecisive, especially when it depends on your life. Think on your feet. Even if you're on the ground as a martial artist and somebody's attacking you, got to think. You got to learn how to block and throw and be able to pivot their weight and throw them over. You got to know how to do, especially if you're doing grappling. The ability to think creatively and make decisions quickly, but you also, let me add on, relax. Relax. Because you got to breathe, and sometimes you got to breathe things out. That's why in the dojo, my martial arts teacher used to say, you be fighting and you be kicking it. Say, King Simon, they'll say, Simon, breathe. Because sometimes they notice that you're holding your breath, and when you're supposed to, you're supposed to be breathing in order for you to handle what's coming to you. Resourcefulness. Number 2, cultivate resourcefulness using available resources to overcome challenges. Learn about the available resources that you need or have to make you a better person, or what you need for your house, or what you need when you're going certain places. If you decide to travel out of the United States, make sure you know what's the available resources around you, because you got to know your terrain. This is what we used to teach in disaster preparedness class. I've been doing it for 20, 25 years. Number 3, innovation. Encourage innovation, finding new solutions to complex problems. Innovation. Go look up those words, study those words. I have taken my system of what we call numerology and created an innovative way of disseminating information and motivating people with it. That's why when you book a session with me, that's what I'm working on, motivating you to be your best self. Whether you believe that your numbers work for you or not, they're going to work behind the scenes, whether you believe it or not. Numbers don't care if you believe in it at all. They're going to work behind the scenes. So you might as well adapt, improvise, and overcome. You might as well do it. You might as well adapt, improvise, and overcome. Overcoming as mastery. Third point. One of my third points. Physically overcoming challenges means harnessing strength, discipline, and determination to push through adversity. It's about building endurance and mastering life's trials through persistent and hard work. Teach your babies how to do that. Big up to Holistica, the master iridologist in the building. One of my mods in the building. You got to teach, you got to learn, because sometimes our children nowadays give up so quickly because they weren't taught the importance of overcoming. Oh man, I got to do this. Oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, and you know, I was listening to a podcast. I forgot what who the lady was, but you know, because I'll be randomly listening to stuff while I'm working or while I'm working out or while I'm doing something or cleaning or sometimes while I'm laying down taking one of my cat naps, my God naps, while taking one of my God naps. And the lady said that her daughter did not want to learn the piano. She wanted to give up on the piano, but she was so persistent that now the daughter is proficient at the piano. Now she can use that piano skill and go ahead and do what she got to do. So physically overcoming challenges means harnessing strength, discipline, and you got to show your babies as well as yourself. Because if you're not doing it and learning how to overcome and being a master of it, then they're going to watch you. And then they're going to fall into the same trick bag as you when you want your children to be better than you. So physically overcoming challenges means harnessing strength, discipline, and determination to push through adversity. It's about building endurance. The word overcome adds up to number 42, which is that 6. 6 is a foundational earth number. Balance, justice, reciprocity, healing. The root word of overcoming. It's about building endurance and mastering life's trials through persistent and hard work. Here's some overcoming points. You could take a snapshot of that. But make sure you write it down on an individual paper because some of this stuff is mantras you could use. Overcoming points. Resilience. Develop resilience, bouncing back from setbacks and adversity. Number 2, perseverance. Cultivate perseverance, staying committed to goals despite obstacles. Teach yourself and your family members to stay committed to a goal that you know that's positive, productive for you. Even when the obstacles come. You got to learn how to calm it down or go around people that will help you become calm. Breathe it out. It is what it is. Things happen. But learn how to cultivate perseverance, staying committed to the goal. Even if you have point A, B, and C, still think about A. B is just the backup. C is just the commitment. A, B, and C. Number 3, growth mindset. Embrace a growth mindset, believing that abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. Dedicate yourself or livicate yourself to educating yourself about what you want to learn and what you want to do. You know, one time when I was younger, I was afraid of the computer. Let me say that again. I was afraid of the computer because of religious teachings. When I left that organization and realized that I had to step it up and keep it, you know, And when I left that organization, and I said, you know what? No, I can't be afraid of technology. Not when I started studying these metaphysical sciences and finding out that Aquarius is all about technology, and being that I'm born under the sign of Aquarius, I had the growth mindset had to set in. I had to overcome a lot of that foolishness. Embrace a growth mindset. Believe that abilities can be developed through dedication, education, and hard work. Let me put education there too. Put education there too. And hard work. The integration of both. I'm getting ready to close. I'm getting ready to close this down. Integration of both perspectives. The fusion of these perspectives shows that true mastery of adapt, improvise, overcome requires a balance of spiritual awareness and physical action. While the physical aspect focuses on external survival and success, the spiritual dimension enriches this journey with purpose, inner peace, and higher wisdom. Important points in conclusion. By embracing the adapt, improvise, overcome mindset, you can build resilience, develop the ability to navigate challenging situations. Number two, foster creativity, cultivate creative problem solving skills. Very important part there. Cultivating problem solving skills. Number three, achieve success, overcome obstacles, and achieve your goals. And remember, adaptability, improvisation, and perseverance are key to overcome adversity and achieving success. Thanks for investing in yourself and your greatness from King Simon Presents. Again, remember, adaptability, improvisation, and preservation, which is overcoming, are key to overcoming adversity and achieving success. We should all strive to want to do this. We should all thrive to want to do this. Really and truly. We should all thrive to want to do this. And why I keep on saying, teach your babies, teach your children, teach your children, teach your children, teach your grandchildren. When I get around my grandchildren, I want to be able to teach them that if they could stay still, if they stay still, if they stay still. If they can stay still, I want to teach it. But sometimes you got to wait until they get a little older to get their mind to focus. Because as life be lifing, and life do be lifing on a positive perspective as well as a negative perspective, you got to be able to show your children or your grandchildren. I have grandchildren. I have now 15 grandchildren. Thanks to my daughter, she just her and her significant other just brought into this world this beautiful daughter named Phoenix, Nateria Phoenix. Nateri Phoenix. I think it's Nateri Phoenix or Nateria Phoenix. But that word Nateria comes from the star of the movie Avatar. So it's Nateria Phoenix. So that's the name of my granddaughter, born on November the 25th. Same day as one of my brothers, my biological brothers. So enough respect to them. And so family, if you want to call in, the phone lines is wide open. Hold on, let me make sure the phone lines are on. I didn't turn it on yet. Phone lines are wide open. The number here, if you want to call in, the question on the board is, when did you have to adapt, improvise, and overcome in your life? When did you have to adapt, improvise, and overcome in your life? That is the question on the board. If you want to call in, 718-210-8853, 718-210-8853. That's 718-210-8853. Phone lines are wide open right now. I'll take 3 callers before I get on out of here. It's now 10:57.
Phone lines are wide open. I'm going to go to the phone lines in a few seconds. Just want to remind people that this Sunday, tomorrow, I will be interviewing Baba Phil Valentine. So make sure y'all tune into that tomorrow. We're going to be on it. All right. So let me go to the phone lines and see who's here. Greetings. Who am I speaking with?
Peace, peace.
Peace. Who am I speaking with?
This Lefty.
Hey, Lefty. Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm all right. The day I had to overcome everything and adapt was incarceration.
Yes, definitely.
It was a lot. Just trying to adjust to my captivity, a new environment. But I had to treat jail like Yale and educate myself and just buckle down. I had to go within self and just figure out who I was, and it was a good testament. Like Nas said, you know what I'm saying, getting out from jail is like a blessing in disguise. That's how it was for me.
Man, bro, proud of you, man. May I ask, how long did you stay in jail?
It was 6 years.
Oh wow,
6 years. The beginning of my 30s. You know what I'm saying? I went into my 30s and came out in my 36. So.
Wow.
It was a lot.
That's deep, man. I was in jail for 3 days. I'll tell you the truth. And I fasted. I didn't want to eat nothing. I didn't want to drink nothing. And because I knew I wasn't supposed to be there for what I did. And I knew it was a misdemeanor craziness. So, and they got me out and fighting 7 cops, but I didn't touch them. I just blocked them. You know what I'm saying? But
they got me out. This system, they whatever you do, they can put anything on you.
Yeah, they put. I'm glad the officer was honest in court. She told the judge, "Yo, he didn't hit us. He just moved us out the way." Because that was due to my martial arts training. I just didn't hit him. I just backed up against the wall and just moved him out the way.
Martial arts training makes you stronger than your blocks strong. So even if you block, you can break something.
Exactly. So they do that. But thank you very much, man, for sharing that information, man.
Yeah. All right. Humans evolve, so that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go within self and figure it out.
That's right. Well, thank you for sharing, man. Thank you very much, man. Be safe
cool,
out
man.
there.
Peace.
Yeah, man. It's deep, man. How you got to learn to improvise in every aspect of life, even if you're in prison, in jail. Again, what's so funny with me, he did 6 years. I just did 3 days, but I just knew I wasn't supposed to be there because I was fighting for my mother. I knew that, Let me get ready to go back to the phone lines. And I was fighting to defend my mother because I knew she didn't belong in no G building, and they decided to try to take her. But let me go to the phone lines. Welcome to the Numerovational Perspective. Who am I speaking with?
This is Terrence.
Terrence, what's up? Doing? How you doing, sir? What's going on? How did you have to adapt, improvise, and overcome in your life, brother?
So I really had to do this all my life, but the most recent event was my transmission going out on my car. So I really was in a bind. I could use my mom's car and take her to work early, but something within me just was telling me to rely on myself. So instead of that, I went and got me a bike. I started riding my bike to work. 5.6 miles to work and 5.6 miles back.
Wow.
And I work at FedEx, so that's already a demanding job. I'm unloading trucks and stuff like that. So just keeping my mind focused and starting to enjoy the bike ride. It was crazy. Like,
I know, right?
At first, I looked at it as a bad thing, but then over time, I looked at it as how I was benefiting from it, like fitness wise, mindset wise, even just getting my thoughts together on the ride to work,
Yes, I understand, bro. There's a time when I had to adapt to my bike too, so I know what you mean.
Oh yeah, but what's interesting to me is I realized my numbers are the 1, 4, and 9, and my challenging numbers are the 6 and 8.
Right.
And when I look at my whole life, right now I'm in the midst of all my challenge numbers. Like for instance, I'm 26 years old, which is 8. One of the cars that went down, I had 2 cars go down. One of the cars is a 2004 Honda Civic, which is a 6. And the year is an 8 as well. So it's like, I realized that it's probably meant for me to go through this, for me to go into a power cycle in these next 2 years, because I truly believe I'm going to be a millionaire in 2026. And it's just something subconsciously that's telling me that.
And yeah, I think we spoke before, right? We spoke before, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. And just remember now, you see that 26, you see what's showing up right there, that 26. Although it adds up to a 10, pay attention to that 26. Just make sure you're not making any wrong decisions and making sure you're getting good advice. Because that 26, that's why I don't resonate with the 26 in my consultation, although I know it's there when it comes to me. I just say, let me just continue to be very balanced, because that 2 and that 6 is reminding me to maintain balance. And like I said, it could either be a challenge or challenge you to be your best or your worst. It's up to you how you handle it. So that's up to you.
Yes, sir.
It's not bad. No numbers is bad or good. It's a frequency that if you're not living to its highest, it can draw whatever's going to draw. If you're living towards its negative, it's going to draw what it's going to draw. That's what's going to happen. So that's why I stay focused. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. I'm trying to stay focused.
That's right. All right, my brother. Thank you for calling in. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Peace and love. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man. When you know your frequency, it can help guide you to understand the best way to use the frequency. Those two callers was great callers. I'm really enjoying that. You can call. I'm going to take one more caller right now, 718-210-8853, 718-210-8853. Any one of my mods want to call in, talk about what they got coming up? Anyone want to go? Holistica, you can call in. Color Curiosity, if you want to talk about any of the business y'all got coming up or things that's going on, because y'all got some big things happening right now. Of course, Holistica Palace, Holistica Healer already sold out her thing, man. She sold out her masterclass. That's good. Glad to hear that. Sold out the masterclass that we're doing. I told her I promote so much, I forgot even to sign up myself. I promote so much. I was promoting so much, I forgot to sign up. Damn. You know what I'm saying? But she's going to send me the link anyway so I can check it out. And again, go to Holistica Healer. Is that the right one? That's Holistica Healer. Yeah, I think that's the right one. HolisticaHealer.com. Holistica Healer, I believe that's the right one. Let me make sure that's the right link tree. Because last time I had Holistica Palace. Make sure that's the right link tree. Holistica Palace or Holistica Healer. I want to make sure I have the right one, baby. Yeah, you got to have the right one. Yes, Holistica Healer. Holistica Healer. That's the right one. Just want to link tree. Holistica Healer. That's the right one. All right. Let me get ready to go to the phone lines again. Somebody just add, I pray we all overcome whatever is holding us back from healing and evolving. Everything will happen eventually. That's one thing I realized, Tiara. Everything will fall in place the way it's supposed to fall in. Let me go to the phone lines and see who's in the building. Who am I speaking with?
This is Miller with Color Curiosity. Peace and love.
Peace and love, Millicent. How you doing? Peace and love. Ice cream. What's up?
Hi, I just wanted to say gratitude and give thanks for all of your viewers that have been contacting me for color consultations. It's been great, and I really appreciate it.
Good. That's right. Yeah, you got a special going on. So what does that entail when people actually book a session with you? Give them something brief on what that entails. What do you offer?
Okay, what I offer is alignment with your life path color and your personal colors. So once I give you those colors, that lets you know what you need to do, what colors you need to use, be a wardrobe, home decor, or just meditating to get you in alignment and balance yourself and put you in alignment with your goals. And I have that special going on until the end of December, only $50.
Yes, $50 circulation. That's right, family. And remember, when you circulate anything, family, when you circulate to her or anybody, always remember that saying. I kind of changed it around. I said currency is circulating back to me 1 trillion fold. So big up to Dr. B, who told us 1,000 fold. But I want the trillions. I want the trillions. So we gotta stay focused on the trillions. But yes, right. but thank you very much. I got your banner on the front of the page here, so people can text you at that number at any time, 813-325-4205. And you could make sure y'all follow her on IG, Color Curiosity. I see your IG numbers are going up. Big up for that.
Yes.
Color Curiosity LLC. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Feng Shui your life. Get your life together in some type of color, man. All right. All right. But thank you very much, Millicent, for calling in. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Peace. Yeah, man. We're going to have Millicent on in a couple of weeks. We're going to check her out and interview her real, because people are actually booking these things. And this is going to go all the way to December, the last day in December 31st. So, hey, you better get that seasonal breakdown so you can be prepared for and elevate your confidence and align yourself for 2025 and beyond. All right. So, yeah, man. And if you do want to sponsor, like all these other sponsors come in to sponsor, please, King Simon Presents on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. I'm broadcasting on all those places. You can email me at askthenumerovator@gmail.com, or for immediate response, text 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. Big up to this beautiful team that are doing their work also in the community, giving you free online wealth mindset and financial literacy classes. You will learn debt elimination, paycheck to prosperity, repairing your own credit, income replacement, retirement savings. All you have to do is text the words "I am wealth" at 770-861-9906. Text the words "I am wealth" to 770-861-9906 for the free online classes. You want to go and get that. If you're having problems, even if you're young people, your adult children or your young children or your teenagers need to learn, you should contact them. Take that free class. Why not? Take the free class, and guess what? You can teach them financial literacy so you can prepare your young folk 13 and up, even if they're 13 and they can comprehend. If they're not a knucklehead and they're not playing games and all in the darn games all the time, teach them, because they're going to keep on asking your parents for money. So you send this number to them and tell them to text the word wealth. Text the word wealth to 770-861-9906. And I no disrespect to people like play games. My sons and all of them still play games and all that. But there's a time to play games and there's a time to get into business. And if you want your young people, the teenagers, to go into 2025 and beyond with good literacy skills, how to financially handle themselves, how to retire with a good savings and all that. Because if they learn from now, my goodness, you know what they're going to be by the time they reach 25 and 30 years of age. If they learn good financial literacy, which I wish I learned from young. I didn't learn it from young, so I had to catch up in my 40s and 50s. So go get it, because they're going to be asking you for money, but you're going to show them how to make their own money, how to reinvest, how to invest, how to properly use money. That's the important parts of this particular class that I support 100%. All right. And if you want to get any of my books, my book bundle is on sale until December 25th. It's a holiday, so you can buy it for Kwanzaa, you can buy it for whatever, and give it away for presents or whatever, please. And I'm sending it directly to you from Amazon. I won't be signing the books, but I will send it directly to you from my Amazon account. So you can get that discount, because if you buy all three of them, it's going to cost, plus the shipping and handling, buy all four of them, it costs the shipping and handling, it's going to cost you more. I'll let you know that right now, it's going to cost you more. So this is a discount right here, and make sure you support that. And don't forget, Dr. Philip Valentine will be on with us tomorrow. Dr. Philip Valentine will be on with us tomorrow. We're going to have a good time with Dr. Philip Valentine. And of course, I already talked about this. And remember, Nicholas Brooklyn, 14th and the 15th, going to be off the hook. Go to the website, nicholasbrooklyn.com, or go to the Eventbrite, Nicholas Brooklyn. And remember, my workshop, my private class, my master class is coming up January 11th. That happens to be Mary J. Blige's birthday and Kim Cole's birthday. And don't forget Dr. Philip Valentine's new webinars coming out. Go to his website, uksnow.org, and his 1-800 number, 847-1219. Make sure you support him. And if you're into reggae, go to irama.com. That's irama.com. I will be in Florida over there in Coral Springs on March the 30th. So if you want to come hang out with me, I might be giving away tickets on this show. So I'm going to look out for that. I'm going to find out if I can do that. Talk to the producer, good friend of mine. Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Hit up Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Hit him up. And don't forget Paris. Hit her up at pwcollections.com or hit her up on the YouTube and her Instagram. Boom. Make sure y'all support my son. He's doing some great work in Atlanta and throughout the surrounding areas. 512-429-9522. Come clean your car out, detail your car, dumpster wash, all that, pressure wash, all of that he does. And if you're in New York, make sure you go to the studio, 929-456-3009, and contact my other son. Learn to free the art that's in you through Green Studio NYC. And if you want to book a session, I only got 19 slots left in this particular month. 19 slots left in this particular month. Please text me your full name, date of birth, and an email, and I will send you the details, okay? My books are on Amazon or through my Linktree. And remember, you can get my new books is coming up. I will probably set up a pre-order for this book coming up after I talk to the publisher. And my new children's book is coming out. And don't forget, the autobiography is coming out in 2026. Family. Thank y'all very much for tuning in and locking in. Thank y'all very much for being a part of this journey. Remember what Dr. B says. I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection, and I'm thankful for my life. Remember what Dr. Blair says. Please, universal creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth in your love now. Thank you both, Dr. B and Dr. B. Sirius, and also Dr. Blair. I want to thank those two great brothers. One has transitioned. One is doing transitional work. Dr. B is doing transitional work. Make sure y'all support Dr. B in Georgia, in LA tomorrow. Make sure y'all support him. Go to elevationtime.com. That's elevationtime.com. The website was down, but I believe it's back up now. So make sure y'all check elevationtime.com. That's elevationtime.com. All right. On that note, family, have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Be safe, be great. Oh, I forgot to promote Dr. Blair's website. If you want his legacy stuff, go to the metacenter2.com, the metacenter2.com, or go to the metacenterchicago.com. Big up to Roslyn. What's up, Roslyn? Big up to Roslyn Hunt. Great singer extraordinaire. One day I'm going to invite her because she used to actually train and study with Dr. Blair, because I want to bring her on one day. She's a beautiful sister from out of Canada and a good friend of my family in Canada, also one of my family members in Canada. So make sure y'all support Dr. Blair in whatever you do on his legacy. Big up to Brother Tony and the whole crew. Family, have a great day, afternoon, and evening. Be safe, be great. Remember, this has been the Numerovational spiritual and physical perspective of Adapt, Improvise, Overcome, inspired by the United States Marine Corps. All right? That's what the inspiration was from. All right? Have a great day, afternoon, and thanks to all the callers that called in, all the people that participated on Instagram and on Facebook and on YouTube. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Be safe, be great. Remember, I love you because I love me too. Take care. It's the Numerovational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now.
Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed.
Some people think that this esoteric knowledge is for the rich and powerful, when in actuality, the so-called 85% has a spark in them that if it is sparked through numerology, astrology, numerovation, whatever, it will raise them up from an 85%, maybe to a 10%, and eventually they become the 5%. Or prosperous, righteous teachers. You gotta understand that this knowledge is not just for one class of people. We gotta get out of the classes.